Hi ratepayers, Councillor Matthews here. The start of a very exciting new year for the rural city of Murray Bridge and its rural regional areas. I trust everyone had a really good, relaxing Christmas and New Year's, and we've got a few exciting projects hopefully on the hop this year. First one being some significant upgrades to Adelaide Road to try and improve the appearance of the entrance into Murray Bridge. Also recognise that a massive project has been happening with 6th Street, and firstly, as a fellow business owner, I cannot begin to apologise enough for business owners whose trade period through Christmas has been impacted by the project. I will say up front that it wasn't a project that, if it came to me at the Genesis start process, I would have supported. I didn't think it was a priority, but when we came into council, it was fairly well advanced, and reality is it's government grant funding, which Murray Bridge doesn't get a lot of, and it's an opportunity as well now to see how to better execute what will arguably be a bigger project, which will be the main street and what needs to be done there, because traders are, really crying out for some help. It's a pretty tough business environment. Our industry, for instance, online absolutely kills it. So I just ask everyone to bear with us through executing this process. There was a little bit of social media stuff which argy-bargy, I suppose, I might have been involved in over the Christmas New Year's period. I don't regret any of it. If someone is going to conduct themselves in a pretty ordinary manner, thinking that just because they're behind a computer screen they can say and do whatever they like, then I'll call them out for what they are. If people want to give me some fair and reasonable criticism, they know where to find me. I'm currently sitting at 24B Adelaide Road, and I spend about 3-4 days a week here, and the other 2 days down at my business in Murray Bridge. I'm also available on Sundays, so I had a very good meeting with an elderly ratepayer who was concerned about the state of the footpaths near Verdon Road and down towards the new Coles shopping centre there. So she actually had myself, Andrew and Theo come out and have a look at the footpaths, and footpaths are, I think, absolute core business for council, so that's something we're going to get moving on. Just quickly dealing with the meeting coming up tonight, we've got a number of motions that have come through, particularly by Councillor Keane and Councillor Schubert. I can tell that there's a very big push to try and get Sturt Reserve moving and happening, and I am so unbelievably behind getting that done, it's not funny. However, council has committed to make sure that this is executed in a manner that we're able to do the short-term project well, the medium-term projects and the long-term projects, and obviously each of those are going to take a differing amount of money. And the other thing to take into account is Sturt Reserve is just not a matter of us going, right, we're going to do this, throw some coin in it, away we go. We've got some pretty key stakeholders. Paramount of those are the Nurrinjeri people, and so we need whatever solution we want to try and deal with Sturt Reserve and Hume Reserve in particular. We have to work together to get a solution happening, but I can tell you that it's slated to have $38 million spent on it in the next 10 years, and that's going to be key for driving tourism and accommodation and growth and all those things that are going to provide jobs moving forward. And then also Airlie's brought some issues around signage, particularly in and around the Monarto-Callington area, which is where she lives. I think she's doing a great job of representing the people out there, very accessible, and any issue she gets, she brings forward. In fact, Airlie has got a list of things in the questions on notice part to do with Wellington, and they're basically just a list of small issues that people out in Wellington have to deal with every time that, a lot of us might not be able to get out and see. And I think it's a good way for places like Maipo, Wellington, Monarto area, Rockley, all those sorts of areas to be able to actually just put forward some things. Clearly, items that are happening in the centre of town, they're visible. You know, they're near the council offices. But sometimes the further out you get from town, little projects and opportunities are missed, and I want to hear about them. You know, there's money there. 15k out of the Small Wins program hasn't been spent, so that's 15k that could go towards a project somewhere out in our outer regional community. So bear that in mind. And I've written a motion regarding something to replace the Opal project. Now, we chose not to continue on with the Opal project, and I will stand by my particular decision on that purely because I did not think that we saw $1 million worth of value in 5 years. Now, it's all well and good if it's the state government paying for it, which they were, but when they want council to contribute $200,000 a year to this project, then it becomes a different story. And I personally felt that Opal was perhaps not dealing with some of the key issues. I work in health and fitness. I've done a fair bit of physiology education, I suppose. I copped a little bit of flack for citing those as reasons when I made the Opal decision. At the end of the day, if you want elected members that are making decisions based on the information that they have at hand and their experience and their knowledge, that's what we're there for. And on any given day, I might deal with anywhere between 4 to 8 different people looking for weight loss advice, which is dear to my heart. And I think teaching the kids is all well and good, but what if they go home and because mum and dad have never been given the right information about eating and how to prepare healthy meals, you know, all the kids' enthusiasm for getting out and about is lost. The other thing I think we can do better is make sure we have better play spaces. I am working hopefully towards a solution to make the Manham Road play area safer. Also well aware of the shade issues at the new playground across the river there, which needs to be dealt with. And also we need to have a look at, you know, the quality of footpaths that are linking areas where people might want to use for outdoor activities to make us a more friendly town to facilitate that. And also in a safe manner. So CCTV, that's really a project that needs to start happening ASAP. And the other part is I want to make it easier for people who have great healthy living ideas in our town. So as an example, everyone probably knows Morgan Cool is a very big promoter of activities, healthy activities, parkrun, another great event. I want to make it as easy as possible for community members to come to us and say, hey, I want to hold a community event, and we do the best job we can to facilitate it. So my motion wants us to have a look at that as well. Basically a rethink of, yes, we want to work in the health and fitness area. We want to do it using the resources and the infrastructure that we are best positioned to deliver. Anyone got any questions? Come and have a chat to me about that. But for the most part, that's the meeting in a summary. It's not a particularly long meeting according to my notes here. And feel free, if you've got an issue, like I said, I went out to Mitchell Avenue on a Sunday the other day and had a look at an issue that a ratepayer had. That's what we're here for. Don't think that if you raise an issue, it's not going to be dealt with. Yes, we're stuck dealing with sometimes SA water timeframes or normal bureaucratic timeframes, but for the most part, we're able to execute and get things done in this community. Facebook message me, contact me any way or shape you see fit. Come and see me in the store, whatever. But that's what we're here for, and I look forward to another 12 months of representing the great community of the rural city of Murray Bridge.